Hey there, YouTube. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing good, because I seem to be doing A-okay at the start of spring break, and I'm just riding it like a cool wave. Anyway, I'm just walking home. I was at a friend's house, and one of my parents' friends, really, and they were making this weird cheese and potatoes dish, and I usually love things like cheese and potatoes, usually when they're combined, and this cheese was weird. It did not taste like cheese. It tasted like weird spoiled milk. Apparently everyone else loved it, so that's great. Good for them, but not for me. So I'm walking home, and I'm gonna make myself some food there, probably a grilled cheese and turkey sandwich, which is one of my favorite things ever. Or maybe if I'm feeling very healthy, I'll make a salad. Anyway, I'm just walking. I love this time of day. The air feels really nice. It's just a little bit chill, but not so bad. I think it's a great time of day to be walking and talking to the camera. So, really today, I don't really know what types of things to talk about usually. That's part of the reason why I stopped uploading for a really long time, is because I would run out of things to talk about, and then I would be like, well, what am I have to make something. So I would run it through my mind over and over again, right? Like, oh, go, I'm gonna make something like this, and then it became stressful. And YouTube is supposed to be a very non-stressful part of my life. It's supposed to be a very therapeutic, very nice part of my life, not something artificial and stressful. So it just became this loop of me wanting to do it, but me not doing it. And yeah, anyway, so what I'm saying is, I sometimes put this in the description. If you want to hear me discuss the topic, I'll pretty much talk about anything. Like within reason. So put it down in the comments. I love reading comments. I think it's so fun. And if you don't want to, don't feel pressure to. But I think it would be really cool if I had more interaction with the 20 people watching these videos, which is still wild to me. I know it's not crazy views, but that's 20 real people. What the heck? The internet is so crazy. Anyway, I'm trying to stay away from these big roads when walking home. I think I'm gonna make a cut right here to look on Google Maps to find the best way to get home. But yeah, basically, the question of the day is there anything you're interested in hearing from me? Is there any interesting videos you'd like me to make? And I know I'm not a very interesting guy. I'm pretty average, but I think that it would be fun to see what you have to say. Anyway, I'm gonna make a cut right here. Let me try and do that. Hey there, I'm back now. I got my direction. Turns out I was walking in the wrong way. Which is fine. It's only a 15-minute walk home, whatever. Yeah, so I guess I'll talk about my budgies, because that's the big part of my life right now. They're amazing. Their names are Sveta, or Svetlana, which is a Russian name, and Amalia, which is an old German name, I'm pretty sure. Amalia. And they mean, I can't hardly remember. I think that Svetlana means light or shining. Amalia means wind, soaring kind of stuff. Anyway, I tried to name them names that I thought were pretty and that I liked and that matched their personalities, which they really do. Amalia's crazy, always flapping around, going nuts. And training them is a slow process. So we got them from the Humane Society that I volunteer at, this animal shelter. Took them in from a lady who really did not know what she was doing with them. She seemed I never got to meet her, of course, but from what the person who was basically helping us with the adoption said, she was feeding them an all seed diet, which is bad for their livers. They can get fatty liver disease. And she'd never tried to hand train them. So that's what we're doing now, and the process is slow but sure, and they're trusting us a lot more now. but especially when you have two of them, so they really can rely on each other, it goes a lot slower. But that's okay, because we're making great progress. I'm hoping to have them much more comfortable with us by the end of spring break. And yeah, so I wanted to say, so Amalia, which is the blue one, and then there's Svetlana, which is the green and yellow one. And Svetlana, green and yellow, she originally didn't have flight feathers on one of her wings. I can't hardly remember which one it was. I think it was her left wing, which means she could barely even chicken fly. She'd spiral completely down. And we all thought that it was a birth defect, because it's weird to not have, flight feathers on one side of the wing. If you don't know what flight feathers are, they're the really long, sort of darker feathers at the end that allow them to fly. They're the big ones. So, yeah, basically we assumed it was a birth defect, because no one would really clip feathers that low, and especially not on one side. Sorry, I'm getting close because there's a big truck. And no one would really do that unless they were like crazy. They really didn't know what they were doing. So we assumed it was a birth defect. Just grew flight feathers like really fast. So we're assuming it was just a bad molt, which can happen. But now, yeah, they climb around like crazy. They're energetic. They're just great birds. And I've always really had a passion for animals in general, and I've always wanted pet birds since I was really little. And now that I have these guys, oh man, it's a dream come true. It's so nice. And I've been learning all about them, and we got like the nicest pellets for them they can get, which we're really happy that they like. Seeds are like maybe not quite as unhealthy as, but they're similar to potato chips for us, where they taste really good, they're fatty, they're not really good for you. But they seem to be really enjoying these pellets that we got them. They're all organic, all really healthy, which is the best thing for them. And they're doing that. They're enjoying exploring new foods like apple, which is like candy to them, so we only give them a little bit. Celery, cucumber. Yeah, we're making a lot of progress with them, which is awesome. But yeah, so that's basically it. Anyway, my life's been going pretty well. I hope that if you're one of the few people who watches this video, you enjoyed it and enjoyed my rambling. I don't really know how to say much. I don't edit these videos really, so it's mostly just me going off on tangents, me just saying whatever comes to my mind. So I can't imagine being particularly entertained watching them, but if you do, that's awesome. I think that's great. And yeah, so again, yeah, if you want to leave me a comment, asking me just a question, I don't know, something, I think that would be cool. If you want, something like that. I think that comments are really cool, because like I don't care about the likes or the subscribers or anything. I mean, it sure is a fun number, but I think it's cool when people like communicate with you online, which is just basically the definition of social media. But I feel like on YouTube videos, when you're like just doing YouTube for you, just to be sort of genuine, I think you get a lot more genuine comments. Like I've had some really cool, insightful things people have said to me before that have changed the way I look at stuff, just from me talking about stuff on a YouTube video, and I think that's really cool. So yeah, I'm gonna, on that note of me begging for online interaction like 90% of the people do these days, I'm gonna let you go. I'll see you later. Bye bye.